Hey everyone, Sheila here from Life with Pets. So today I am so excited to be doing this unboxing. We have been wanting these fish now for a very long time and I have finally been able to find some. They are really hard to get, and if you're not quick enough when ordering them, then they're already gone. So this is so exciting. I just hope that they survived the journey. We did do the next day shipping, so hopefully they'll be okay. So let's take a look at them. They came from the Wet Spot and the box is extremely well labeled, and as you can see, even on the top it's got the big full sticker. All right, let's see what's inside. Okay, so I'm going to just pause the video while I read this. I've not had fish from them before, so I just want to make sure that I don't do anything wrong, so I'll be right back. Okay, so that is all being read, and here we go. So we also get an Acclamation of Instructions, so I will again read that and make sure that we do that, but it probably is going to be typical to what we would normally do, but I will make sure that I read it because I don't want anything happening to these fish. Wow, these are extremely nicely packed. These have got to be the best packed fish I think I've ever had. Alright, a lot of paper going on here. Okay guys, so here they are. I am so excited about this, and they are Amazon puffers, South American puffers, and we have been wanting puffer fish for so long, particularly my husband. He has wanted these fish for years. And well, he's wanted a puffer fish for years, but it was just finding the right one, and we felt that these would fit what we were wanting. They do get to about 3 inches in length. It really does depend on what site you go on to how big they say they get, but these are really nice ones. Some of the ones that we've seen, they are more sort of a black color, but these really do look like bumblebees. So very excited about them. We did get 3, and they are going to go into a quarantine tank for about 4 to 6 weeks. We've got all the meds that we're going to do with them just to make sure that they're all good. And once they've been in there, then we will be putting them in a different tank. So I am going to go and put them into Acclimate. Once they're in the tank, I will then check back in with you guys. Okay guys, so this is the tank that we have put them in, and this is actually several days later. I didn't video them when they first went in. They were extremely skittish and I didn't want to put a light on and upset them. So we are on about day 5 or 6 with them now, I think, and they have really settled in, and they are just such little characters. They have got that they know us. They constantly beg for food, which I will feed them in a few minutes. They are Amazon puffers, or they're also known as South American puffers. Ideally, they do better in groups, although you can keep a single one, but in all the research that I've done, it does say that it is better if they are kept in groups of 3 or more, and we were only able to get 3. We may add some more if we can find them as time goes on, but at the moment these are what we've got. They are quite different when you start looking at markings on them, and in their personalities as well, but they are just so adorable. Right now they are actually eating snails. I am amazed that they have done that so quickly, because again, in my research I did find that people had difficulty to get them to eat snails. We have 2 that are eating them, and one of them is still sort of not into doing it, but hopefully as they copy the others, then they will start doing that. We have given them names, and we actually can tell them apart, and it was my son that figured it out, that they had sort of different markings on their front fins, and so we have named them Annie, Quincy and Leo. And we, like I say, we do know the different ones. This one here is Annie, and she is quite the greedy little thing. This one here is Quincy, and the reason I remember that is because it looks like he's got a comma around his front fin. And then this one here is Leo, and he is the one that is more rounded. The marks on the tank here, this is actually ram's horn snail eggs, and these hopefully will hatch. We did put some snails in, and obviously a few have survived, and so they've laid eggs as well, but whether the babies will survive, I guess only time will tell. So I'm going to put some food in so you can see me feed them. And predominantly right now they're on bloodworms. They will eat Mice's shrimp. Well, I should say only Annie will eat Mice's shrimp right now. So I'm hoping again the others will follow suit as they watch her do it more and more. These are a fish that will not eat pellet food or flake food. It does have to be either live food, frozen food, snails and things like that. So they're not going to be the cheapest fish to keep. They are truly freshwater, so we don't need to worry about doing brackish water. And just let me get the food and I'll put that in, and then I will talk about some of the meds that we've put into the tank. So the food I actually have got for them, this one is the mini bloodworms, and so the cubes are a little smaller, and for them right now 1 cube per feeding is enough. It's not going to be enough once they get bigger. They can get to 3 to 5 inches in size, which obviously is a great size. And so let me get the cube out and we'll put that in. Here it is, and as you can see they know exactly where it goes in, and there we go. And they go crazy attacking it. They aren't a puffer that get aggressive amongst themselves. When it comes to feeding, as you can see, they can sort of get quite aggressive with each other, but it's more at the food than each other. But on the whole, as far as with each other, they don't get aggressive at all. Now, they are supposed to be able to live with other fish, but again, the research on that does seem to be very individual. I've watched a lot of videos on them, and most videos I've watched, they do seem to live very peacefully with other fish, and we do have plans to try and do that. If it fails, we do have enough tanks that we could put the other fish into a different tank. So as you can see, these guys now, their little tummies are getting really round, and that is the food, and that is how they should look. So the medication that we have been using for them is the Ridic Plus, and this one we've had a great deal of success with. The medication is preventative. Because they have come from the wild, then it is very probable that they will have parasites, and then due to the stress also it's very probable that they would come out with ick as well. And so we did preventative, and in fact we did actually, I think it was on day 2, I did actually spot one white spot on one of them, and so we got to the treatment straight away. I think I started treatment on the 2nd day that we'd had them, and we just started using this. We've actually just finished that treatment, and then we're also going to be doing the general cure, and this will take care of parasites on them, as in on them and also in them, which will be really good. And then we're also going to do the erythromycin, and that will take care of anything bacterial. I probably will do a 2nd dose of the general cure later down the line, just to make sure that we have got rid of everything. Even though they're probably going to go in a tank on their own with no other fish, obviously we want them as healthy as possible, and so that is why we are doing all the different medications. So there you go, our cute little guys. Let me know in the comments box below what you think of them, and hopefully in the coming months we're going to be setting up a brand new tank for them, and this will be one of our sort of feature tanks. We're actually going to put it in our living room, and we just look forward to seeing these guys grow. Hopefully they will take to eating snails more and more, because that will help to take care of their teeth. However, with these particular puffers, very often you still have to trim them. I am really hoping that we don't have to do that, and that the good diet that we are going to be feeding will take care of it, but there are no guarantees. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments box below what you think of these little guys. If you're not subscribed to this channel and would like to see more videos like this, then please do so, and we'll see you next time.